Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We've got some TF2. We've got big action. We've got week 7 games last week before playoff starts, and this is the all-important timing where both of these teams want to be getting themselves some points already, some fatty points on the board to secure their spot into playoffs and all of the appropriate seeding. This will be, of course, 3.5 stars versus Nunya, so I'm sure we'll just call them the Frenchies after a while. Should be good. I'm eepily, of course, joined with Rahmed on production, sitting there quietly whispering in our ear, and alongside me is going to be Bum.
Hello, yeah, this is an actual Week 7 game being played in Week 7. Who would have seen this day coming after a chaotic season? I mean, I say that as if I think Nunya has a Week 5 official tomorrow, so the schedule's still all messed up. Both of these, I mean, Nunya could technically still make playoffs if they're getting a hell of a lot of points from both this official and tomorrow's, but really this is all the 3.5 stars show. You would assume they're at pretty much opposite ends of the leaderboard right now. The Frenchies up in 3rd and Nunya just clinging on in that pity 7th, only above the disqualified team of Gremlins. So yeah, it could be an interesting game, but it needs to be a very, very clean one for Nunya to even have a chance in the competition, if they even already do.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to look at all the numbers which make sense. Right, so this is just bizarre. So on the 25th, 6 days from now, there's an Aura Electra versus the Frenchies game, which is week 6 still. So I'm just trying to look. Is it like it's possible? It's very possible that the Frenchies actually get 2nd seed. Oh, but then Garda still has like 2 games to play. I don't know. Bum. This is just like we're in week 7, and I swear we've still got half a season to go. This is such a bizarre situation. I'm just gonna look at this game on its own merits, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, it's been confusing as all hell trying to piece together the team's results against each other, what it means for the season, because we've had like a week 1 game happening last week. It's been not good for keeping track of. Hopefully there could be some admin intervention in future that could make teams play on time. It would be nice, maybe.
That's a lot to ask, though. That's a lot to ask. I feel like let's go for some more achievable goals. Admin doing their jobs, that's not going to happen. Achievable goals. How about stats? How about numbers? How about head-to-heads? I feel like we could do that. That is within our power. What if, right now, Bum? No build up to this. What if we had some comparisons of demo men to talk about in this big matchup?
What if? I wonder if we have those.
I really hope so. Oh, look at that! Derpy Hooves, also known as ALX versus your boy Delhi, right? Now, the thing is, because this is actually a week 7 game, this is product into process. Product, huge map for the old demo man. Huge map.
Yeah, it's a very, very good one for spamming over to behind the rock in the middle and getting 5,000 trillion damage. I'd say this, I mean, obviously Delhi is preferred on any given map, but I'd say the Viaduct even more so. It's one of these kind of rite of passage maps that the lower end of teams in Prem might not fully get. It's kind of the complete opposite of when, you know, you have a Metalworks or Reckoner or something random that gets added. You might expect to see an upset there. It's almost the complete opposite where, because it plays so differently, you really need a lot of experience to understand it as well as the top teams do. So yeah. I would say on this map, probably the Frenchies are going to be comfortable on it. Delhi, of course, as well, has had such a good season. I remember the Vibrams game very clearly in my head where Delhi was carrying as hard as he possibly could and obviously had a very iconic result to that game.
Yeah, it's all good fun. I mean, in Venice, speaking of like the Frenchies on Viaduct, I even remember a few seasons ago. I don't know if you remember it, Bum, but they used to have like really weird strats where they would like change up classes, but specifically for this one map, they'd have like, I think Raph was playing demo at one point, then he went on medic, and then like Alien Smiley would go on the demo, and then like whoever their medic was at the time would end up on like scout, and it was like a really weird change up, and they were just like, oh, I don't know, we just like playing it because every Frenchie can play like at least 3 different classes in Prem apparently.
Yeah, wasn't that with when Olga was still around?
I think so.
I missed that guy.
Yeah, dude, Olga, absolute legend of the game. I'm also just half an eye on chat as well. And Delhi's already bringing out the I don't know if I want to try hard or not, and then giving Nunya the whole of the Nunya, gave him the Zeds.
Oh,
bro,
you like to see that?
Is that legal?
I think so. I think the Zeds has been incorporated into the French team's vocabulary ever since. Who was it on Vibrams? I think Caper was murking. Caper said ZZZ when they were 4 rounds up. And
really?
Yeah, and then obviously the Frenchies come back 5-4, and there was a lot of Zeds in the chat.
that's quite tragic, really, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay, all right. We've thrown some stats away a second. I can see 11 players on teams. Just waiting on your boy Abti. So I feel like you kind of made your prediction, Bum, in that thinking the Frenchies are going to win. You reckon they're just going to take this like clean all the way? They're going to make this happy, get on to 21 points, possibly even secure second seed off this?
Yeah, I think this is a 6 points for 3.5 stars, or at least it should be a 6 points. Maybe the cringe viaduct rule comes into effect and a regular game counts as a golden cap, but I do think I have faith in the Frenchies here. I think there's a considerable difference between these two ends of the scoreboard.
Yeah. Well, just in case anyone doesn't pay attention to the rule book ever, the way the Viaduct now works since a couple seasons ago is that if any team gets 2 rounds, that basically counts as a golden cap. So a 3-2 limit. A 3-2 end result would make it 2-1, like a golden cap win in regular 5CP. It's an interesting rule, let's say. If you don't like it, write to your local MP or ETF2L admin. It is a little bit of a spicy one. I am not going to disagree with you, Bum. I feel like this should be Frenchies, but I also feel like Nunya's going to do something kooky, like go permacrits. Because that feels like a condog kind of move in a game which you think you're going to lose, and is like Viaduct. We're going to see like some weird stuff like crits heavy to mid.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd love to see it. I doubt it, but if anyone would, it would be Corndog just pulling it out. Maybe not even telling his team that he's pulling it out and just...
No. Why not? Why not, The thing is, it's all about the element of surprise, right? If you surprise 11 other players on the server, like, boom, you've done it. Somehow. That means you win.
Yeah, well, we are just about to get started now, so here we are, 3.5 stars versus Nunya. This is week 7, technically, of ETF2L. And let's get right into it, eepily. Show me the first mid.
Yeah, just be watching these teams roll up. Nothing too crazy going on. There's a sniper to mid in the form of AZN. Oh, soldiers are going deep though. First body shot comes on out. We've seen Scuffles all the way towards the point. Nice little headshot. What, that kind of came out of nowhere. So he was looking good, and just like that, that's a win. Win for the Frenchies.
Yeah, I mean, Nunya basically double bomb Delhi. They get him straight away with pretty much no resistance, but then walking forwards, all of them just lost their lives somehow. I mean, I don't think the soldiers of 3.5 stars even particularly bombed. I mean, Raf was just standing like near the rest of his team, and they walked into a 6-man grinder. Here comes the sack wave now. Smile just gets denied. Ampty also, Patchouli hasn't got a scratch on him, but he does have to force. Eventually, Vanu gets behind lines and does get that meat shot onto Patchouli. So now the advantage is in Nunya's favor, but they are going to get forward held here.
Yeah, so there's going to be time for this forward hold to set up just about... Oh, I say that. Actually, I think Delhi was a little bit slow, so he's got to back up on a cliff, keep himself alive. Nice opportunity for Nunya to take here, just while they're building up this last little bit. You do see AZN continue to pop off. That's one soldier down. Uber still now just about moving towards the point. Ideally, they want to try and get this for free, but that's not going to happen at all. Uber does get used to trying to get all the way towards the Medican main. Yeah, Patchouli gets taken down easily. 2 swift rockets for Smile. The cleanup's looking pretty decent right now. They need to be very, very aware of these players towards the point. They do lose Condog. Basically just on QB right now. He's on the back lines, trying to be just a little bit annoying. And importantly, we're seeing Nunya delay this cap. They want to get all their spawns up before going for these elongated spawn times.
And QB's just hiding on the pipes in the spawn area. He's already been annoying behind. He's already got 2 kills for his trouble. But Derpews just scouts him out now. They know where he is. And now the bombs, double bombs coming in from Smile and Amp T. They do get AZN, but not much else as of yet. Deli has it actually been cleared up as well by Derpy Hooves, and Pachuli's leaving all alone, getting chased down by the Demo Man, but he's not going to get found. He's now fighting off against Raf. Raf will pick him up, but this entire time, all that matters is that Nunya have been firmly in control of the point.
Yep, they're keeping that timer ticking on down. It is actually going to be pretty equal in terms of Ubers. They are still running a sniper in the French team, so it does make it a little bit tricky if they do want to go for some kind of trade towards point. They're actually just playing, they're just putting players directly onto it. Yep, Body Shot's going to take out the Soldier. They took down Arnu as well. They do actually get control of point. And oh! Alien Spotty just goes it. Was that a drop on Connor?
No, they didn't have it at all, and it's perfectly played from the French team. How easily they just disrespect Nunya there. They just put 4 players on the point, capping it up. And from there, the bombs of Nunya to try and stop it just get denied. And also, everyone else somehow dies. I didn't even see how, but clearly the Frenchies putting the pressure on now with their 100% advantage. There's another sack wave coming in. Pachuli is all the way into spawn. Everything's just getting denied. Vanu does find a frag, but that's all she wrote. The advantage is still in 3.5 stars' favor. They still have the point, and 50 seconds left to hold it. Nunya don't even have their Uber up yet.
Nah, this is looking good. I love the zero respect of basically going into spawn. All of these like Nunya players just like, I don't even think anyone thought about capping point for a second there. So Frenchie's still looking good. Condog just only gets his own Uber, but guess what? They've already lost 3 players. They do force off the French Uber. They do have to use their own. So 3 players down, about a 10% better Uber. Not going to be looking fantastic, and they have no answer for the sniper whatsoever. They've got themselves a little bit of cap time. Headshot still raining out. AZN is being such an absolute pest. He kind of nuked towards main. We do see Deli go in, trades out for Condog, which is good. Heals stay alive on the French side. It's going to be all about this fast fight right now. 7 seconds left to go. With all the cap time that Nunya has, they do have overtime to be playing with. And at this point, Frenchies can basically just back up. They don't need to worry at all. They're going to keep on building up this advantage. And really, any cap for them, it's just going to be like a win on this first round.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. They just get any kills they can. It doesn't particularly matter. Garbage gets taken down by the snipe from AZN there, and he gets another angle on China. This hasn't even been capped by Nunya yet. They're not even running their own clock down. They're just delaying this win, which could be coming in any second now for 3.5. They bomb both soldiers forwards, but they're getting cleaned up. The cap is coming out now, but they have to delay it. Every time they lose these players, they have to forgo getting the cap themselves. And now the Uber is out. It's a very small 10% advantage. In fact, Corndog's on crits, so it's not even going to be that effective after the fight. Garbage does get 1 kill, but it's him against the world on middle right now. He does get cleaned up. Both soldiers from the respawn bombing in, but this is completely over. It's a futile fight as they do get taken down. And 3.5 stars finally, after that 1 minute overtime, managed to take this first round.
Yeah, looking pretty comfortable there for the Frenchies. I love just the whole like, right, we're not going to cap if anyone's dead because we need our respawns. Right, absolutely makes sense. But then it just keeps it dragging on and on. But here we go. 1 round already in the bag. Frenchies are looking strong. Still running that sniper to mid. So what kind of answer does Nunya have? Well, so far they have feeding a scout directly into it. Soldiers do go deep, double bombing, trying to get onto AZN. So that's going to make things a little bit trickier. They're getting cleaned up right now. Rest of Nunya, they are taking some decent position towards point. Not even had point unlocked to start capping. Only now can actually start playing the game a little bit. But Deli's in a position. He can start moving towards his left-hand side. Start raining death and destruction all over point. He's not really got his team with him, though. And they're getting baited out. And actually, this could be looking really good for Nunya.
Yeah, Deli kind of walking across the left lane with both scouts on the right. And he can just get sideswiped by that soldier very easily. But the fight's not over yet. The cap will be taken any second now. Derpy's actually getting bombed. He's going to go down. The Uber is out. and from Nunya, and it seems almost wasted. They've got nothing with it at all. And now it's 100% advantage for 3.5 stars.
Yeah, it's massive advantage, and they've got the player advantage as well. There is a soldier, but Smart basically has to back up. He's not feeling like jumping that deep into 6 people. Oh, he's going to go for it this time. He tries. He gets onto Deli. That one frag. Not forcing off this Uber, though. Frenchie's looking so keen to try and take this without having to use a tool. Ooh, a little bit of a beefed opportunity. Yep, there's the headshot this time. AZN still raining down on them. At least we do see Frenchies have to use their Uber. And then overextension from Alien Smiley does mean a 16-second respawn. Possible for Nunya to try and fight fast here. They really need to try and get onto the sniper more, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, the soldiers have pretty much only been bombing Delhi, but it seems to not be good enough because the scouts are the most important, and they are just still able to immediately counter those soldiers and take the fight forward. Smile is very low behind lines. Gonna get sniped down by AZN as well. Surely he's cheating again. He hits another headshot ringing out behind the rock, and now all of 3.5 stars piling onto this point, just blocking any pressure at all. Derpy Hooves does get a nice exiting pipe onto QB, and Alien Smiley as well going down. Now Delhi's getting kind of ditched as everyone else runs back, but AZN consistently hitting these shots.
I swear, like, 90% of his headshots are on the scouts as well. Like, that must just be the most annoying part in the world. I'm going to shout out that arrow for Condog. Very nice. Kept his soldier alive. And I mean, Nunya have got control of the point. It is an equal Uber situation. Spawn is obviously looking much, much better for the side of the Frenchies. So, I don't know. We do have a little bit of a fight going on. This round is definitely looking better for Nunya. But even still, I feel like Frenchies do have a little bit more control. There isn't much of a full spawn. We are getting the pyro all the way through. Soldier is trying to go deep. He's getting sent directly into the skybox. He's getting bullied. That's speed. And they get the Uber forced off. And do the Frenchies just get out without using as well? They do.
Yeah, they lose 2 soldiers for it, but it's completely worthwhile. They get rid of the forward hold as well, so this is looking great for 3.5 stars right now. They're going to be able to walk this one forwards. AZM back on sniper, of course. And we'll see if they opt to just edge the cap or take the Uber forwards. It looks like Hatch is getting in position. He uses on no one, but just managed to catch Alien in it in the end. They're running this all the way onto Connor, but they're not hitting any shots.
Oh.
Alien, no!
Oh,
he does
no.
no damage, and they do manage to clean up the counter-bombing Soldier and Scout, who were getting a bit too deep. They might be able to get the point here as well. They probably will. But that's unfortunate. You definitely want to be getting Corn Dog when he's all alone and you're Ubered.
I mean, it's definitely better if you do get him. They do have... It is only like a 40% disadvantage, you know, if AZN can hit some other crazy headshots. That would be nice. That's a good start. Uber does get used once again. Frenchies, if they can scatter and go for a refight, it should be pretty good. Does look like Delhi is actually not going to get caught. This Uber is just about fading, and importantly, the rest of the team is with him. He's doing some good damage as well. They have significant high ground advantage. Is looking not too bad. Even trading out flag is only now did Nunya start getting towards the point, and Pachuli's about to have his Uber. They will let them cap. Headshot onto Condog once again, and you can see the health is not looking good on the side of Nunya whatsoever. They will at least get this force off, but surely the Frenchies will be able to recap this.
Yeah, it's a really nice headshot there. It's a shame that 3.5 stars had to force. It's kind of obvious at that point that blue team is just going to turn it into a sack wave. Might have been able to hold on to it from just walking back a little bit, but oh well. At the end of the day, you manage to wipe everyone, you get control of the point, and now you should be looking to get the time advantage back in your hands. Only 20 seconds to go before they overtake in terms of the clock. Again, the bombs are in. Empty lands straight onto Patchouli, and he's not being taken down at all. That allows both scouts to run forward. Smile gets headshot, but it's a trade for QB. Vanu now onto the sniper behind as well, but not going to get any shots onto him. Ampty also bombing forwards, just about gets taken down after getting Patchouli down to about 10 health. He's just going to go all the way back out to spawn, and Nunya are keeping a pretty consistent chokehold on all these players, just stopping them from walking forwards, even though they're losing their lives in doing so. That's what they want. They want to run down this clock.
Yeah, like considering how many big things the Frenchies have done, very, very impressed at how Nunya has been keeping this very, very competitive this round. We do see he was getting traded out proactively here. Like half time, for the Frenchies. Both scouts have gone down almost instantly. They are trading out these players. It's not too bad. Oh, nice shot from Raph. Did you actually manage to get control of the point as well? It's basically all of Nunya going to be going down here. So there's a slight breather. 36 seconds left on the clock for the side of the Frenchies. With Patchouli already alive with this 40% Uber. I mean, basically, the second they get this Uber, it should really be GG just because of how long that 8 seconds will be on point. So Nunya first has to fight the second the heals get in here.
Yeah, Smile once again just getting outclassed by Raph on the flank. Amt is bombed in as well. He's managed to take down Delhi with the help of the scout, and they are getting control of the cap. But as you say, once this Uber comes in, it's gonna be difficult, especially because Corndog is on crits and has disadvantage. Alien's already capped this up halfway. The bomb is in to block him. And the Uber is now popped off from Patchouli just onto Raph alone. He's going to be able to pick up Amt on the point. The crits is in, but Garbage needs to go huge with it. He's not quite going huge enough. The medic's already down. Alien now fighting against Smile on the point. Smile will win that one out.
They're just winning it? They're just winning it. It's all on you. He has to take a 1 versus 3. He's not going to do it at all. That's crazy. I didn't think for a second they'd get that at the end. Like, Nunya kept that close, but surely at the end, not even sure how the Frenchies messed that up.
No, I have no idea either. I mean, I suppose a lot of players from the French side died before the Uber, and there was no coming back from it. Even though the crits was so perfectly shut down, it just seemed like the respawns, like the timings of them were better for Nunya, I suppose, just getting in at the right times. But a beautiful serve from Patchouli to completely avoid Amt at the start there. Smile getting taken down as well, and Corndog getting sniped. Now they just need to watch out for these 2 scouts running all the way in. Alien's going to pick down Vanu easily enough, and Garbage will fall to the sniper. So a very, very convincing mid-fight for this 3rd round.
Definitely feels like most of these team fights are looking good for the side of the Frenchies, but then somehow weird stuff happens and Nunya just gets like control of the point. So, like, I don't think it's necessarily Nunya just like winning loads of fights. They're just like playing the point better. We do see Sackwave coming in, a lot of damage being dealt. Patchouli goes down to 24 HP. Does have to use this Uber, and yeah, all of these Sack players going to go down, all dying in pretty much the same wave, which is surprisingly important. Just in order to keep your players all moving together. We do see a bit of a fort hold up on the side of the Frenchies. Corndog is 85%, so obviously the dream right now on the French side is to basically get through, not get forced. Sorry, is to basically hold them, force them out the door, and then basically just kind of walk away all the way to point. They do manage to do almost exactly that.
Yeah, Amt and Smile both going far forwards, trying to commit as much as they can to get the value for this Uber. Patchouli's on a minuscule amount of HP, but does manage to live through it, and that's the important thing. And now they can start to recontest the point. Lots of damage onto Derpy Hooves already. It's a 4v4 fight. The spawners do come in for Nunya finally, so they do capture up the point.
Could be... Yeah, well, this is still the first cap. Sorry, I'm just looking at the skirmish on the flank. That's so unfortunate for Raph. He did so much damage. So many players weak right now. This could be really, really good for the Frenchies. They are just kind of picking people apart. Uber does get used. They are trying to move all the way over towards point. No one's particularly close to get caught. They should be able to recap. But the second they get this cap, like, both soldiers are going to be back up. Oh, what's he doing there?
Yeah, that ALX kill is a gift that really changes what could have just happened in terms of an immediate refight. They'll definitely have to wait for this. They are also waiting on the Uber, which they'll have any moment now. 50% advantage for them. Corndog's just playing as safe as possible, not wanting to cross in case the sniper's on pallets. But here comes...
One sticky. Doesn't get any more, and he dies. That's a little bit sad. Patchouli hiding as well. The rest of these players, they're getting caught pretty far forward. They're actually kind of all dying on the side of Nunya. Okay. That's not ideal. They had basically no cap time. There's scrappy fights going everywhere. Of all people, Vanu's just 1 HP next to point, and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to say that didn't work well. We have 100% disadvantage and only about a minute to play with. So they need to get rid of this Uber. Once again, Conrog's like, you know what? The solution, inevitably, it's crits again. We'll see what happens. Just drop the medic somehow.
But the Uber is already used into their faces. But everyone's avoided it pretty much perfectly. Almost by luck, the soldiers were bombing to the other side at the same exact time as the Uber came out, but they've both been cleaned up nonetheless. Now, Corndog needs a better crits than last time, to say the least. 90%. They want to not die instantly with it and manage to get a bunch of kills, get control of the point here. They have 2 minutes 30 that they need to get it for. They want to at least secure a point from this official.
Yeah, here we go, moving all the way towards point, and the threat of these players, actually, they're basically just getting control completely for free. We do see, oh, disaster. Headshot straight under Condog. Aiden Smiley picks up 2 as well, so they're looking pretty fantastic. Not only is getting control of point, but they're getting basically nothing else. I guess some of these players, they do garbage. He redeems things just a little bit by picking up Patchouli right at the end, but I mean, it's all going to equate to about 25 seconds of cap time in the end. We have, yep, Frenchies spawns coming up. They're going to cap it the rest of the way. But now it's going to be a scary little position. Once again, Nunya, they have to fight pretty fast. They need to keep themselves healthy. They need to start dealing with some of these players. They need to be constantly aware of the sniper. Condog's on so incredibly weak. He's trying to live. The pipe gets him directly in the face. The rest of these Frenchies will get taken down. They will get control of point on the side of Nunya. Okay.
Oh, poor Corndog. He just got, like, piped across the map and then had to hide in a corner, and then 2 iron bomber pills just stand stock still underneath him. He has to, like, jump out of the way as best he can and then just walks into some other sightline instead and ends up going down. But this is pretty much the perfect situation to retake a point in King of the Hill. Neither team having anywhere near to Uber. You can just dry fight it so easily. It's not like 5CP where you have to walk through all these chokes. 2 soldiers in to try and block it from Nunya. They do a lot of work pushing the other team back, but they haven't got all the kills. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. Varney's getting chased down by QB. And Corndog is still alive on the point, so this is a good start. QB is in on his flank, does get the frag with the help of AZN finally, and if this gets capped up, which it will, here we go. 3.5 stars taking their second round and a point on the board for the match.
Yep, as we did discuss in the old pregame, this does mean that whatever happens, the Frenchies have 1 ETF2L point out of this game, so that is something, but obviously they're just 1 round away from getting the big 3-pointer, so things are still looking good, but not entirely without redeeming features on the side of Nunya. Does look like they're going to be sending soldiers deep again. Oh, that's pretty sad for Smile. He kind of just gets nuked there. Ampty as well. Gets taken down effectively instantly. No one on the side of the Frenchies even bothering walking too far forward. They're just dealing with all these players, and now they're like, you know what? 5 versus 3. I like the sound of those odds. Only now do they go towards point, when Nunya's basically just like, yeah, all right, give up with that bid. We'll try again in a second.
Yeah, I feel like Smile has never got a consistent or a successful bomb off this game. Like, he's consistently getting shut down by Raph on the flank here. He is just going to try again and crater right in front of his eyes. This is not looking good at all for Nunya. They're just going to have to walk out again. Try again some other time. Deli, in fact, bombing forwards, wants to even get some kills or the Force here. He does take down ALX, and the Force comes off onto Corndog from Raph. They just have so much map presence right now. They're all over, causing havoc. They do force off to keep their players alive on the point, but all of this is just running down time, running up spawn timers for Nunya, just keeping them away from being able to do anything. Although now is the chance with both Ubers out the equation. Both scouts just walking forwards deep. They could get very easily taken down here. There's no heals on them at all, and Derpy Hooves will do so. Ampty bombing very far forwards. He's gonna try and get out, but he's not going to succeed. And Nunya can't even cap this up because they've lost so many players that they don't want to deny the spawns.
No, yeah, it's like the annoying Bardock thing, but the second you cap the point, every one of your players is like a 17-second respawn. You just want to give up and not play TF2 anymore. And it's sad, because Frenchies, like, they've already got half the round over from their point of view. Only a minute and a half left on the clock, so they're pretty happy with Ubers being equal with their sniper. It's such an uphill battle to try and deal with. You see Smog go all the way in. He gets 1 nice rocket. The second, like, the follow-up's just not going to be there. And basically that turns into a sack wave. And when there's this little time left on the clock, Like, it's
Yeah,
brave, but I don't blame them. What do you even do in this situation?
no, I mean that sack wave sucks. I mean, they were so close to 100%, and now all they've done is ended up getting themselves forward spawn held. Like, you could have just, I don't know, just kept your players alive, waited for that Uber, and took a trade instead. But now you've ended up in your own spawn, having to bust out and probably take a trade in the best of situations. In fact, that is exactly what's happening as the trade does come out here. Vanu gets dropped from it by a pipe from Deli. Deli does get traded out, though, by Derpy Hooves, although he's going to lose his life swiftly to QB as well. So everything here just not going Nunya's way. They are still on concrete, the worst place to be trying to push the point from, and Smile does just get taken down as well. Amp T-bombs into 2 scouts. This is not looking good. No time on the board at all, and only 30 seconds until the French take this map. AZN still hitting shots, taking down Amp T from across the point.
Yeah. Oh my god. 2 nice little pipes from Delhi. And this is going to be a flawless round for the Frenchies, surely. Everything is just going their way. All of these shots are connecting. They constantly have these heals. It's just, yeah. Everything's dead. I'm just not going to argue. That was 124 on a scout where you then died. So, unlucky for him, but no. This is absolutely Frenchies map. And deserved.
Yeah, for sure. I think before looking at the logs, I'm gonna have to take a wild stab and say that oh wait, are they on the wrong config? It's like they're still trying to play the game. Yeah, okay, that's sorted. Okay. I think the soldiers of Nunya were having an absolutely terrible time. I mean, Smile was just getting destroyed single-handedly by Raf, and then that left Amp T pretty much having to solo attempt to bomb the combo on his own, and he was not having a great time at that either. I mean, they got Deli sometimes, but even after killing him in most fights, it didn't pan out to anything for them in the future. And yeah, look, here we have the soldiers. 10 and 11 kills apiece for over 30 deaths each.
That's so bully, dude.
Like, yeah.
It's so, you know, soldiers not always going to get fantastic stats in the world of Viaduct. It is what it is. But when it's like that crushing, that's like quite demoralizing. But like, those aren't even the numbers I'm looking at. I'm looking at AZN. Obviously, you know, dude did a lot of damage, hit a lot of headshots. Shout out to him, great guy. All that kind of stuff, you know, all 2 of them. But damage taken per minute, dude had 118 damage taken, which is a good chunk less than just like either medic, including Patchouli. He only died 5 times total, right? Like, dude took like 0 damage.
Yeah.
From these soldiers constantly double bombing as well, right? Like, they were constantly, like, it's not like they didn't bother jumping him. They just couldn't get onto him. Like, I guess massive shout out to the scouts on the French side.
Yeah, I mean, that is incredible. I've never seen someone take damage that low as, like, if a medic does it, that's one thing, but just being that unpressured as a sniper is crazy.
It's a dream. It's the dream on the sniper on Viaduct, to just be able to just live your life and like take shots. I genuinely, we need your boy J Max to get on the old stat comparisons and see when in Prem you've had like a damage dealt to damage taken ratio that high.
Yeah, that's
because this has got to be pretty up there.
Yeah, I would say though, I do think that in their bomb ratio, like the amount of time they actually went onto the sniper rather than onto the medic or demo was so incredibly low. And Smile almost always, that entire map, just from my floating eye perspective of the map, was pretty much only bombing enemy grass into Raf, and I don't think winning it once. It's like, I don't know at what point you want to stop doing that, because it definitely seemed like he was just getting hard 1v1'd, and then Amp T is like either having to bomb the sniper alone or try and get on the medic alone. And yeah, if you're not going to be able to get behind on the flank consistently, just make 2 people shoot the same thing. It works pretty well on Soldier a lot of the time.
It would be like the same thing as like me taking an actual fight with Raf, where I don't think he'd even like realize I was there doing it. His obliteration would be so like ridiculous. He wouldn't even just like acknowledge
like
my
swatting
existence.
a fly.
Literally. And that's kind of what I felt like on that game, where, granted, a couple of times Smart did get the better end of the stick, but a lot of the time, he'd jump, things would weird happen with his jump, and then Raph would be like, be gone, foul other player, and then he'd just give him the nuke, so.
All right, but if we have to put a spin on this, if we go full spin doctor mode,
Go on.
The good twist for that is that Nunya were definitely losing to Viaduct-esque things, like your soldiers not being able to do anything and their sniper getting 30 kills is not something that happens on 5CP. Do you expect some points here for Nunya, or are we going to be saying a repeat, the same thing, just 3 easy points for the Frenchies?
Like, I still think Frenchies is going to win the map. I still don't think we're going to see like a golden cap or like a Nunya win or anything. I feel like there might be a bit more back and forth, just because I'm sure Nunya will feel a bit more comfortable on this map, but also I feel like the Frenchies are going to be comfortable on this map, but just like in a different way. The problem is like, because they've got so many players, they've played so many different classes and so many different seasons, like they've got so much experience combined. I think it's just gonna be a case of like a different type of confidence here on process. I'll be very surprised if we do see a golden cap. I'll be very pleased for Nunya, but this should be like the Frenchies game to throw away, and I don't think they will.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I think we are gonna see the conversion. The Frenchies getting this full 6 points as we do go live into process.
Yeah, here we go. Viaduct, it is what it is. Frenchies asserting dominance, just making plays. Process might be a very different situation. Delhi rolling out pretty speedy, going towards this right-hand side. We do see Raph as well getting aggressive, trying to deny this pack just a little bit. Both soldiers jumping deep. Same as before. Smile, the first casualty. Ampy as well, both getting taken down. So this initiation is going to be very, very hard. Nice arrow there. Patchouli keeps himself alive. And with Raph getting deep as well, he's forced all these players all the way out towards Choke. And it's Connor who went down right at the end there. Hey, Alexan, Garbage, Joe, the sole survivors of Nunya. And they know. Like, look, Joe knows it. He can't go in. He's basically just got to chill, go back to spawn. They're not even going to really have much they can do on second. Only now does Condog spawn. It's only the fact that the Frenchies have had to slow down, wait for their spawns, that gives any kind of second defense right now.
Yeah, and the second defense is very weak by the looks of it. Only T close. Everyone else is just going to bail as soon as they see a sign of aggression, and they're straight out to last. So very nice mid-fight from 3.5 stars. Got this 100% advantage in the pocket, ready to go.
Yeah, looking good. We do see, early use. Looks like Patchouli, he knows his sniper angle, so that's all good stuff. Aggression, Delhi's going all the way to his left-hand side, can do huge damage if he can connect his shot. Not quite working. Massive rocket from Ampy. This is actually looking really good for Nunya right now. Not just a solid hold, but they're kind of picking these Frenchies apart. Somehow, though, just as I say that, the caster's curse. Everyone's like 10 HP. What?
That is a perfect scatter.
Triple Yeti?
Yeah, obviously you got a triple Yeti when you triple comeback with 10 HP between your team. But that was really, really nice. I mean, everyone from the Frenchies just scattered and then focused that same target who was stood on point, all 3 of them at once, and the focus fire alone is enough to get them that round off the back of a pretty bad last push to start off. But here we are into the second mid. Double bomb again from Nunya. Derpy Hoop's getting into the action as well. He's in so deep right now. Everyone from Nunya has just walked forwards and somehow not found any kills at all. I mean, Raf's gone down, but who cares? It's only a soldier. Corndog is pretty much 1v1ing on the other side of mid right now against QB. That was...
Well,
I don't know how Patchouli survived that. He had literally 5 enemy... In fact, how did anyone survive that? When there's 5 enemy players in your face and they only kill Raf. Like, surely there's some kind of like focus fire going wrong here for Nunya.
It's weird, right? Because like a lot of the reason why people don't go to that right hand side is because it's like the death pit, and the death pit kind of sucks because you just take so much damage and you're in the low ground and you just have a miserable time. But apparently, like the Frenchies, like they were born in the death pit, right? That's just, they love it, and somehow they know the magic to just not take damage. I wish I could share it with the rest of the class because I've got no idea how they're managing that. Oh, Right, we're seeing Condor. Surely he doesn't get it. Okay. Thank God. He didn't manage it just about. This will be Frenchies getting control of the mid, looking pretty happy, getting a massive Uber advantage, as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, Corndog being the last person to die on mid means it's a very late spawn. About 18 seconds, I believe it was, before the pause has been annoying to my HUD.
Presumably, someone DC'd and they did like a pause on pause to get him in the server.
Yeah.
Or they're bored and they're just messing with Rahmed. I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
Yeah. It's probably a little double pause situation just to get someone back in the server. If you don't know, TF2 is weird and you can't actually connect to the server while it's paused, so you have to unpause it for a bit, get your player in, pause it again, if you want to really be picky about it. But yeah,
it's another kook in this game. All right, we're started. We're here. We're going again. Right. So to recap, Frenchies win mid, Uber advantage, looking good. Already got a round in hand. They go in a second. They're looking pretty comfortable right now. If anything, slightly more comfortable than last time. We're even seeing AZN peek all the way towards rollout. Doesn't quite pick that gun. That would have been nice. But doesn't matter all that much. It's all about the Frenchies buffing up, staying healthy, and just going for just a little bit better of a last push than last time.
I mean, just doing any damage to the gun is good because it means that he doesn't have that 200 metal to upgrade it. But it looks like it will be level 3 in the end. They have got through 1 without using. This is so deep. They're going to be able to just take it across the point any second now. They're still holding on to it. Patch does use now only Delhi in the Uber. No scout to run this one forwards. And that heavy is surviving so long. Garbage does eventually get taken down, but if you use and only kill a heavy, it's not all that great. This repush needs to be really something. They do start to cap up the point now. There's so much cap time on it. In fact, the block is good from Nunya, but Raf nearly sneaks it out from under their noses. AZN might have a bomb here from rollout as well, but he's just going to trade for one soldier.
Oh, no, we have a scout in as well. Frenchies got so much cap time, they just became absolutely obsessed with the point. And this is where 90 seconds ago there were pauses happening. I don't know what it was related to. So it's about something.
No, it was Corndog DC'd. Corndog had 100% as well. And Corndog gets disconnected from the server. He drops the Uber.
Oh, they're going to give him Uber. They're going to give him Uber.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so nicely done. So Patchouli stopped healing. He's going to stay on his 40%.
Why's Alien doing it? Alien, you're going to die. You can only give him 2 swords. What? Oh, okay. And they've got it.
All right.
Uber again. Brilliant.
Oh, you love to see it. I remember when this started to become a thing. I think it was even the Frenchies that kind of invented this. I remember Ombrak would always be the ones giving away swords to the other team. Right, very nice stuff. And now the Uber can be played out fairly as they do push into mid. Delhi's just going to manage to sneak his way out. 85% now. The Uberad is very small. If Nunya still wants to go with this, they have to focus it hard, but it looks like they haven't quite got the space they needed. And the Uber is up for Patchouli.
Yeah, he's going to be keeping things nice and equal. I'm ignoring chat right now. I'm reading it. None of it's making any sense. I'm walking away. Right. So, we have a brief respite. We're only actually 5 minutes into this game. I thought we were like a solid 10, 12 minutes in, but it's all good. It's all good. We're going to see just a few moments for some kind of crazy potential sack attempts. We do see Nunya moving towards his far left position. They want to get some eyes. They want to get some ears. They want to see if they can possibly just send a soldier in.
Yeah, they're getting their way in from 5. They're actually just taking a lot of... Oh, not 5, sorry. The second point equivalent of 5. Al-Qaeda, as Raf does bomb forwards, he just finds a free force onto Corndog. Oh! That's not good at all. I mean, it's one thing to stand around and kind of gauge where you're at, but if you just give away the force that easily, it's suddenly a very different story. Now 100% advantage in the Frenchies' hands.
Yeah. No, that was a weird little situation. They are going to delay things just a little bit. They want to get your boy Alien up before they go for this big sort of push. Does mean that, Condog is actually already on 50% right now. They can spam heavily on this choke. They could make it really, really annoying, but it's actually 2 players towards the flank. They want to get really aggressive. They need to take down AZN already. Wrath does come in. All players are getting traded out, and unfortunately, Patchouli hasn't taken a single lick of damage right now, so he's going to have zero interest in using this. But Deli jumps forward, picks up 2. That's absolutely sick, and they're going to keep on trying to move forward now. The spawns should be absolutely fine. Second should be firmly within Frenchie control. They could even maybe kind of peek towards last so they can get just one other player.
I don't know if that was an amp ammo moment or why he decided that was the time for the escape plan to come out, but an unfortunate 2 frags over to Deli there. It is still even for last, so this sentry is going to go up in the middle of points, as so often is the case.
Yeah,
it's getting double spammed already, though. There's a lot of pressure. Derpy Hooves, in fact, gets taken down very low. QB just psychos in through 1 to try and kill him. But at the end of the day, the gun's up. It's 1 down, 4, 3.5 stars, but there's nothing much Nunya are going to look to do. They do have Joe on the sniper now.
Interesting. We're going to see some sniper v sniper action. Joe versus QB. We do see defensive sniper playing towards lobby. Oh, he's going to back up just a second. Possibly getting a read of a situation. Important, obviously, in all the sniper 1v1s to keep yourself buffed, you know? Because if you can survive that little headshot. We do see QB peeking, prodding, seeing towards lobby, seeing if anyone wants to walk far right. No one does, poor little lad.
Yeah, so they're just going to get him into lobby. These sticks are finally scattered, but that just... There's still a threat there almost everywhere. T hits a very nice bomb, and he's gonna force off. Patchouli gets all the way in over everyone's heads on the French side and has time for another rocket jump. It was a very nice bomb, a very nice surf from Patch, but still, T has ample time. Do you see? Ample T.
Mate, that was good.
Yeah, pretty good. To get the other rocket off and force Patchouli. So, 100% ad for Nunya to get out of last here. They're going to be walking this from lower onto Derpy Hooves. The sniper is watching but misses their shot. It does get popped straight out, bombing forwards into choke. Deli gets left for dead. And Patchouli is so weak.
How is he living?
The bomb is in from Smile, but he still lives.
That was like the squeakiest of all bomb times you've ever seen. But even still, like, getting Patchouli would have been fantastic, right? But even still, they got 3 players, which is, you know, that's a good start. QB on the sniper, like, unless he hits a crazy shot, then he's not really going to matter too much. They should absolutely look to get control of mid on the side of Nunya. If they can get this mid capped off before Patchouli gets his Uber, that's basically the dream. Then they can play just like a standard disad situation and be a little bit more comfortable. They have done exactly that. Importantly, I was going to say, why did no one hold the door for QB? Maybe he can't do like the sick jump. Whatever, he's gone back to spawn. Should be French push. Oh dear.
Yeah, Raf just doing the pocket bomb, trying to make space for his team, and lands straight onto a trap. So now they're just going to forego the ad entirely, it looks like. Or are they still attempting this? They do now get through into mid while Corndog's Uber just comes up. They drop Deli from the Uber as well. This is just going from bad to worse for the French side. The Uber is out from Nunya. There's a nice air shot onto Smile on mid, and now in fact they can collapse on them from both directions. AZN bombing in. Derpy Hooves very weak. But he manages to live anyway. Does get traded out now. AZN all the way in onto the medic, but Corndog survives. This is chaos.
It is absolute chaos. Somehow after all of that, the Frenchies are looking pretty happy. There's still players on the side of Nunya. They want to keep on going. Like these spawners, because they arrived so much quicker, it's actually looking pretty good. Only now the Frenchies keep it controlled, but Smile gets that beefy rocket demo and medic with one rocket. That's a fantastic little start. And Alien Smiley, he's basically just like, I have no business being here at all. I'm absolutely gone. This is Nunya. This is such a position for them. So much momentum firmly in their hands. Second should be basically uncontested right now.
Yeah, and they find AZN for free too.
It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
This is the opportunity for Nunya.
Yeah, like there's going to be no better opportunity this game to equal up the rounds. This is like just don't mess it up.
Just don't drop to this sniper. And they use nice and early, so that's not going to be a problem at all. Already getting the sentry down, the engineer swaps off. No cap time as of yet, and the heavy's coming out of spawn. No kills either for the Nunya Uber. They do get one now, but it's not looking great for them. Patchouli is down. The heals are still up for Nunya. They can just play around this left side, heal it up, take it slowly towards the heavy. Raf in to block the point, kills that scout, and the heavy, he's clutching up. He gets both the kills right at the end, and they manage to hold on to it. That seemed so easy for Nunya if they just... Oh, if they all stuck together. That scout kind of ran a bit far forwards, and they died one by one. That is unfortunate.
Oh, that's tragic. It was such a great opportunity, and they were looking so good as well. Now, Nunya, like, they've got the fire. They're like, all right, we're just going in then. We absolutely don't care. They've lost one already. They've lost two. They can't get this last little bit of damage onto Delhi. So they've basically just thrown 3 players away. And ALX is just like, I guess I'll die as well. All right, so be it. Oh, it's like they're always so close to success on the side of Nunya.
Yeah.
But it's just not quite.
It's the focus fire is the problem. They did so much there on second. All 5 combat players from 3.5 stars were on red digits of health, like 50 or less, and none of them died. Meanwhile, 3 of Nunya died. If all these players were shooting the same target, like, they would have full wiped 3.5 stars easily. Now it's their turn to push into second. The Uber is out from Nunya first. Now it comes out from the Frenchies, but they've already dropped Delhi. Garbage is just trying to split this as much as he can, and there's already so much pressure in the choke. Nunya are trying to bust this forwards. A nice bomb from Smile to take down AZN, and there's so much space behind it for the rest of the team to come rushing in. Raf on the back lines. His bomb is not successful either, so Nunya once again in the driving seat now.
Yeah, that frag towards Delhi was so important. Like, I'm just, you know, like, it is what it was. It basically just like, they Patchouli dropped him. Absolutely. Having no demo to deny that choke point was pretty sad. Thankfully, Delhi, you know, he missed that little fight, but then he gets to 1 second. He wants to make the most out of, you know, what time he has on this earth. And again, like, I don't know, Nunya, they find some success, and now they actually, like, they don't even get to keep mid anymore. Frenchies just bring it back in. Like this game, like, it's close, but in a way where the Frenchies seem to be able to win it whenever they want to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's
agree.
weird.
Yeah, it's like almost tauntingly misleading, as the Uber does get traded out from PC now. Neither team particularly flashing at all. The flank does bust through, and Smile gets a nice air shot on... Oh, sorry, Amp T gets a nice air shot onto AZN. Amp now bombing forwards once again, getting behind in the choke. Alien taking a long time to clean this frag up. Now Joe is in as well. Patchouli does manage to defend himself. He does something his scout couldn't do, and takes down Garbage, so he's going to live. But now Nunya in control of mid.
That was a massive shout out moment for Alex. Dude was hitting some absolute pipes, like his iron bomber, so I don't know how much it counts, but it was great stuff. Gets them positioning towards mid. They've not actually been even able to cap it by the time that all the Frenchie spawns have come up, and because they're continuing to get these ball spawns, it's actually a position where they're not only going to get mid, but because they get that frag, and now Ampty's going to be, you know, even when he does spawn, he's going to be on last. They're going to have to keep on going all the way towards second if they want, and they've got an Uber advantage to boot, so all Frenchies all the way. I don't actually even think Nani wants to stay in. Yeah, you can see they're like already towards one. They're just like doing whatever they can just to get out, build really hard, and get this Uber.
Yeah, and now they're even one down on last. If this is really fast, they can get onto Condog, but no, they are just letting it be even. But at least with this one frag, they can get 5 for free, and that means a lot. They have so much space. Just take one side of last for free, sticky up the point, already capping it, and they drop Condog as well! This is the moment now for the Frenchies to just be able to re-push this. They come straight in once again, already capping this up. They might not even have to use, and they do just win that round for free. How does Condog drop there?
Like, I don't know whether he took a pipe and a rocket at like the same time. I know he was being spammed at a lot. I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say it's one of those annoying moments where you just see you're on 150 and then you're like, yeah. I'm dead now. Damn.
Yeah. Oh well, it happens. It looked like it was going to be good for the French either way, but now they're 2-0 up. We're into the third round. AZN bombing behind into the enemy PC.
Yeah, they're just kind of happy to you know, go on their own little different sides, live their own life. Great frag. AZN on the play. He was absolutely not shooting it. And Raph with the follow-up. Kind of just mulches, but it's actually not too bad if these players inside and then he can focus fire. He managed to do exactly that. So actually, much better mid. I'm seeing taunting again. You know, when you win a mid, you gotta do the taunt. And in fairness,
there's nothing better to do when you're standing still on a point.
Well, that is true. Also, they did get Yeti'd previously. Importantly, though, both medics are spawning at the same time. Is this an opportunity for crits?
It was a deserved Yeti, wasn't it? You have to admit. When you get triple 10 health comeback on last, that's a deserved Yeti moment.
No, I'm not saying it was not a deserved Yeti. It was a deserved Yeti. A phrase which is just... Whatever. Nunya's in. They're going deep. Smiles just like trying to bring the fight to them. Takes down Deli, that all-important French player. Just being like, nope, not
AZN in behind.
AZN. Look at those directs.
Beautiful.
What's that about?
And it looks like there's not really opportunity for an immediate repush onto second, but once they heal up, they can start doing damage to these players that can't receive heals and just slowly but steadily push out. They are taking a long time to do it, though. Condog's already spawned. Maybe they want to use the Uber to do it instead. Alien is just kind of torpedoing in, though, and throwing his life away. This is like kind of weird.
This is uncoordinated. Like, definitely, like, Alien Smiley thought they were going and then got caught the other side of a shutter, and they were like, well, unlucky, I guess you're just dead. Like, they do still have this ad. They can still go. Alien will be up in a bit. Are they just not feeling it at all? I mean, they are technically 2 rounds up. They don't actually have to push.
Surely they're going to go when... No, he's up on Engineer. They've just decided to get rid of this 100% advantage they had themselves.
Who needs advantage when you have rounds?
When you have 2 rounds, you might as well challenge Nunya to try and break this 100% even Uber scenario.
How long before we see a ZZZ in chat? That's my question. You know it always happens.
It can't be long, surely.
No, absolutely not. Alright, so Ubers are equal. Nunya is towards lobby. Obviously, being at a round disadvantage, it is firmly on them to really make something happen here. They are going to be trying to spam this gun from rollout. Yep, good stuff there. Smile's going to take it down. Going to make it a little bit easier if they do want to start moving towards far right. Ampy's going to jump all the way in. One rocket already. Second knock. Right at the end.
Oh my goodness. And the Uber is straight out from Nunya. They're running this one forwards. Both scouts on point already, but they're both getting flashed. Corndog is just going to do it himself and try and cap this one up, but he throws his life away for it. The spawners now fighting for the French side. The heavy is once again ramming them down. Oh no.
Dude. Oh, Nunya's had so many opportunities, and I swear it's always gone the same way, and I would just be heartbroken if I was them right now. Just like, please, just give us a round. Jesus.
Their play going into that was so good as well. They spammed down the sentry and forced AZN off 5 at the exact same time, so with both of those things, they had all of right side for free. Then, of course, they get that amazing bomb in. Patch just gets a little bit too big for his boots, takes that splash rocket and drops. And then it just all gets thrown away, unable to capitalize on the repushes coming out of spawn. Very unfortunate, and once again, looks like 3.5 stars are just willing to play the slow game, the we're 2 rounds up and you have to do something game.
Yeah, I mean, they really want to get 6 points out of this official, right? Like, it is one of those games which actually does matter. It's not just like, you know, some random week-by-week thing which just like, you know, end result doesn't really mean anything. They really want to get the highest possible seed going into playoffs here, so absolutely makes sense for them to slow this down a little bit, especially when they do win these extended fights. We do see soldiers jumping in. Smile doesn't even really get far enough forward to shoot. He gets like 60 damage, and that's about it. So you now see the Frenchies moving a little bit towards PC. I don't know whether they're going to take this like a double chariot kind of trade. They are going to be going all the way in to do some damage. They're going to be trying to scatter these players just a little bit. Nice. Very good flash there towards Ampty. That is huge from Condog to keep the soldier alive.
Condog MVP! He blocks Patchouli for the entire Uber by himself, and they do manage to kill him, but Condog loses his own life in them doing so. AZN gonna get cleaned up as well. Only Alien left alive here on mid. Gonna get taken down by Joe eventually. Deli all the way on last already, but wow, Condog was... He saw an opportunity and he went for it. It should have been his combat players doing it for him, but some things you have to do yourself, and they're already all over last, and they cap it up. Nunya. What a play from Condog.
Apparently that's all they need, you know? Papa Connor just puts his team on his back and says, don't worry, boys. I'll sort this out. Even going down as well. Just so much better of a fight. So actually, suddenly, 8 minutes left on the clock. We have actually got a bit of a game on our hand. Will be Alex rolling out towards his left-hand side, Deli doing the same rollout towards the pit. If they can find us a bit more success on the side of Nunya in terms of pushing over, it'll be fantastic. I mean, Alex taking 200 damage at the start of mid is not a fantastic way to start things, but it does look a little bit better. They've managed not to die completely. AZN just being a little rat on the backlines.
They've both completely switched side again, so once this fight does start going someone's way, it's going to go hard, and there's often going to be no survivors. The bombs are in from Nunya. 4 for 4 as they do take down Deli and a soldier. Raf now bombing up onto the high ground is going to get onto Garbage Joe. The bombs are still coming forwards, and this is such an awkward situation to be in. They have to use to get out of their own half of mid. Patchouli does trade it off as well. They might be able to catch Vanu in here. He's going to sacrifice his life so that everyone else can get out onto second. And now Frenchies able to cap up this mid fight. The Ubers have been traded, so it's kind of dry and no one's holding close to the choke, so it's definitely a bust opportunity, and Nunya are going to do exactly that.
Empty just got so decimated right now that there's no coming back from that. And like with the ALX trying to fall off as well, I appreciate what Nunya's going for, but it is not going to work this time. Frenchies, they want to get back in the driver's seat. They're going to be getting control a second. They're going to have a player advantage still for a little bit longer. Like, peeking towards last would be fantastic right now. So much damage! Oh my god! Dude, Empty just nuked rollout.
How does Patch die there?
Dude just standing in rollouts, just vibing behind 3 players, and then just didn't press his W key fast enough.
Wow, that is unfortunate to have the only player you lose there be your medic. QB attempts a backcat play, but Smile is already onto him. AZN does get the force out with that bomb. Condog surfs it up against the wall and pops out of respect. So the Uber is out. They do get into mid. They will probably get control of it as the two soldiers, or the soldier and scout, are still down for 3.5 stars. In fact, they're busting this forward into second. It's dangerous because the forward spawns are right here. Now it's a 5v6 while the players run forward from capping up mid. And Amp-T gets taken down immediately. Barnu takes a direct and an arrow at the same time. Just gets destroyed. Raph bombing forwards is going to find Corndog as well. And that just seemed like they were a bit too overzealous trying to push into second while you still have people capping. You still have people, you know, checking all the flanks. That's just a bit too fast for their own good from Nunya there.
Yeah, I'm also just gonna say credit where it's due. That was a sick fight from the Frenchies. It was like a huge serve from Patchouli. Then he gets the arrow kill, and the rest of their players, like, they committed hard enough to force him back, but didn't go for the I'm just gonna bomb in like an idiot type situation. That was genuinely like really, really good stuff. Now they're moving forward. They do lose Raph, but they'll at least be able to trade him out for Amp-T. They do still have this Uber firmly in their hands. The Carl / Vanu sniper isn't going to be getting much, so they're going to go all the way in. Alex is playing really close here. This is going to be very, very scary. Dude's got to try and back up, and I think that means he won't have stickies on point, so they're just going to start playing on it. Soldier does go directly towards point to try and keep a hold of things a little bit. Aiden Smiley, he caps out just solo, basically. Garbage Joe is trying to do his best QB impression, and it is actually working so far, keeping a hold of things.
Hey, yeah, if Alien had lived for one more frame there, he would have got it. Raf's in 1, hasn't been cleared as of yet. They're keeping Garbage on last, and this soldier actually does catch him as well. So no back cap possible here. Raf is between a rock and a hard place. He's only got so long left for this world. Does get taken down finally, and Corndog has this 40% add. They're going to be able to get this one into mid. Only 5 players up to defend after Raf goes down, obviously. So AZN hiding on the blue crates. He's going to get seen by Smile as well. Gets launched sky high with the Sync Bomb. Lands it onto Corndog, but the surf is very nice.
Yeah, keeps themselves going here. Players do get traded out. They do still have this Uber. They look like they want to keep on going. Uber does get used, but Patchouli actually already has his, so he's going to keep on playing close right now. And with all this flashing, it's going to be considerably better for the side of the Frenchies. Oh, nice movement from Condog, and he does actually serve that pipe all the way out, gets himself a health pack, and might be in a position to try and fight with the rest of his team. This is really good stuff, but they can just get a single more frag. It's kind of working out. They are busting all the way through this choke point, and now Frenchies, it's a scary situation. Patchouli has gone down. Condog just about dies to the hands of QB, but surely Nunya's going to win this fight.
Yeah, AZN, last one left alive. He's going to go down as well. Alien looking to just... Well, he's seeing what he can do, but notices there's 2 players instead of 1 and decides to give it up. But yeah, what a chaotic fight. It looked so good for the Frenchies at the start of it, but Nunya just managed to get through every nook and cranny they can find, end up behind, shooting 3.5 in the back, and win out the fight eventually. Only just. Kritzkrieg is up for Corndog, but it's definitely been called. There was a spy momentarily there for 3.5 stars, probably checking to see exactly that.
Like, funniest part is that Patchouli is actually building the same, if not nearly
faster.
Like, is he on? He's not on crit. I'm not stupid. Okay, we do have, in the end, what is about 15% advantage. They're trying to go towards right. Crit has been used. We're getting nothing so far. Desperate here. Let's get
Patchouli has no one to heal, though. They killed the only player he was healing. He's all alone. He gets killed. Nunya going to take the round if they get these extra kills here. It's a 5v3, and Derbius is just on the point. They're going to make it 2-2. Oh, my goodness. They didn't get what they wanted with the Uber, but they got something just as good. Patchouli only had 1 scout to heal. He dodges all the projectiles himself, but the scout doesn't, and he's just stuck on 92%, unable to get that extra smidge he needs to keep his team alive. And now there's 1 minute 28. This could be over in regulation time. Nunya could take this over the line, or 3.5 stars for that matter, or we could be seeing a golden cap.
This is spooky times for all 12 players in the server. Does it come down to this one big fight? First frag going the way of Nunya, trading out, so not too bad of a situation. Ampty getting some decent damage on this mid fight, but it is going to be another frag going the side of the Frenchies. Obviously, if they want to win this in regulation, they've got to be pretty speedy. Landing on Delhi is going to make this pretty good, but it's just trading after trading after trading. Frenchies, they want a hard commit here. They happy to go for just the golden cap. I feel like this is where you make that all-important decision. AZN does jump in. He takes the height, takes a position towards point. It's actually been Uber traded all the way towards choke. Patchouli just only gets his. Somehow takes basically 0 damage there. Alien Smiley's trying to get forward, trying to get onto these players in choke, but he's basically solo. Does have to get brought back right now. 30 seconds.
It's a weird trade to take aggressively there from Nunya, because you're simultaneously walking into enemy respawners and away from your own, so by the end of the trade it's pretty much a 6v3 on enemy second, and Derp bombs in. He's going to get taken down. Amp-T in very, very deep. Smile as well. They do actually get control of the medic kill, but everyone else is just losing their lives for it. It looks like we are going to a golden cap. There's only 5 seconds left. Vanu does a proud rockstar taunt on top of that rock on mid, but it's over.
Jesus, what a genuinely weird game to watch. That was crazy. Like not even saying every last push, but if those like 2 last pushes that Nunya had where they absolutely just straight up should have won, like this would have been like just over like 10 minutes ago, basically.
Yeah, and it seemed like a complete turn of events halfway through the game. I mean, obviously not just in terms of the score, but as we were saying, it felt like despite Nunya coming out better in a bunch of situations, it still didn't feel like 3.5 stars were really threatened. It was like they were, even in the kind of situations where they weren't doing so well, they were just ending up coming out on top over and over again. But,
Yeah.
Since about the halfway point of the game, it really started to falter for them, and Nunya genuinely started to pull some good stuff out of the bag. Of course, got to shout out Corndog for body blocking that entire Uber, just psychopathically chasing down Patchouli into the enemy choke just to block him. Was very funny to watch, and that is obviously how they got their first round on the board. So honestly, this is an impressive result for Nunya either way. I don't know if they plan on sticking around for another season, but it's always nice when the lower end of teams take some points like this. They stick around a few seasons, they get better and better, and eventually they end up, kind of top of the tables. So this is it's a good way to go. They're not like a Gremlins getting 6-0 rolled and then rage quitting the season. They're proving that they actually have some worth in Prem this season.
Yeah, exactly. It's always good, right at the end of the season as well, because then you can kind of, even without making playoffs, you can finish the season on a little bit of a high. And it is really important, actually, the result of this golden cap. Obviously, because there's so many games still yet to play, we can't know 100%, but this very much may matter. Like the amount of points that the Frenchies get in this golden cap, it may make a difference between second, third, or even maybe fourth seed in terms of playoffs. So
yeah,
the numbers are too confusing.
It's crazy. As for the Nunya side of things, I think with that first map already going out their hands, they probably have their playoffs dreams shattered, but I don't think they were expecting that anyway. But yeah, this still all does very much matter for the kind of chaos weirdness that's going on at the top end of the table here, and we do come into the golden cap. Winner of this gets 2 points, and the loser goes away with just 1. Golden cap has begun.
Yeah.
Both teams just taking each other's side once again. No one really committing. In fact, I say that AZN bombs way forwards. Raph kind of fake bombs though, and both of them just end up getting taken down with no kills for the enemy side at all. Deli 1 HP and choke also gonna get caught there.
Oh, they're
and
dead.
It's a full
they're
wipe.
So dead. That was of all the mids we've just witnessed in the past 30 minutes or so, that was by far the strongest for Nunya. They were pretty much just uncontested there. And getting that frag onto Patchouli that late as well is huge. Nunya doesn't have second cap out yet, but they can already start peeking and prodding. If they didn't lose ALX, I think the round would already be over right now. This is literally just, again, we said about it before, this is an even more perfect opportunity here. There's no way physically that they can beat this. This should be absolutely their round. They're going to be using Uber nice and early, avoiding any threat of the sniper gun. Will be just about going down now. Take a decent bit of damage. We do see Alex trying to deal death and destruction towards these players on left. He gets a decent amount, but not a huge. There's be playing the point.
Wow.
And just capping it out that easy.
Amp-T actually just got up top there into Panic Room, jumped up onto the combo, and everyone turned around for him. He had 3 players looking at him. They completely forgot to keep shooting the point, and everyone just stands on the point, and that's all you need to do. It turns out Nunya actually are going to take this 2-4, which was definitely not the result I expected to be seeing tonight.
No, absolutely not, but massive credit where it's due, especially after kind of getting rolled a little bit on Viaduct, definitely coming back on process 2 rounds down as well. That definitely takes a bit of the old mental resilience, and getting that momentum is very, very impressive to see. So massive congrats for them. Obviously, this is still Frenchies going away with the lion's share of points, but considering we were all expecting a 6-0, definitely, great stuff.
Yeah, and Nunya can take pride in the fact that if 3.5 stars get a lower seed because of this, they can be laughing about it, saying, "Hey, we did that."
Yeah, that's it. It's basically how TFT works. You got to find the really dumb, petty stuff to make arguments about, because that we don't have anything important to argue about, so we just got to make weirdly just petty personal stuff. Because why not? Let's look at some logs. Rahmed, put some numbers on my television box, and then we'll talk about them.
Yeah, Rahmed, do it.
We've been informed by production that they are experiencing technical difficulties with the logs, but they will sort them out momentarily. Until then, do we know the result of the other game, or is that spoilers? It's not
I don't know.
spoilers.
I think our viewers went up a lot, so it's probably not spoilers. And
I'm
Seeds
gonna
is in
find
chat,
out.
so I would assume it's not spoilers.
All right, I'm looking at the. Oh, Global Clan kind of owned 3-1 product, 6-1 on process. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Oh, we've got logs, right. Now they're going up on your television box screen thingy. Who had the big
Whoa.
stats? Bum, make your prediction.
Well, I've already spoiled it for myself, and it looks like Joe is turned up, as
Dude,
chat rightfully
honestly,
predicted.
Your boy Joe, I can't remember, maybe it was even like a week 1 game, but he genuinely had a very similar experience where, like, obviously this was better from Nunya overall than whatever the game it was I'd seen previously. But Joe's genuinely kind of crazy how he could sometimes take his team just a bit on his back and just be like, I'm going to own.
Yeah, I mean, everyone on the server, I would say, except him, is going like pretty averagely like above or below standard KD, you know? Like,
Yeah.
almost everyone on his team has like pretty much 1 for 1, and then Joe is up here 27 for 12. Very nicely done. Obviously, everyone on the other side as well is pretty much average. The scout's doing a little bit better. Patch has 5 kills.
Patchouli does have 5 kills. Who did he kill? He killed 5 scouts. What? Vanu died to Patchouli 4 times. Dude, that's actually nuts. 25% of his deaths were to Patchouli. Well, those are the only stats that matter then, really, isn't it?
Yeah, really. God.
Patchouli's like, guys, I was fragging. How did you lose?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything I can point out about these logs. It wasn't really a logs game. I mean, Garbage getting very nice frags and low deaths is like, it's nice, but I didn't feel like he was like solo carrying the entire game and they only won because of that, you know?
Nah, no, it was definitely like Nunya's great successes were from like a lot of team play, like very specific like timing based stuff. But I definitely think their soldiers had way more success in the second half than the first half. But I think that came more from kind of timing and the coordination with the team. So yeah, I think it's less kind of look at numbers and feel happy about yourself, more just a go team situation.
Yeah. So I don't think I have anything much else to say, eepily.
No, I think everyone's bored of listening to me anyway. In the world of other results, was this for Toast Garda game? Was that today? Apparently, for Toast owned there. Sorry, spoilers. So actually, ours was in fact the most interesting game. So massive shout out to obviously the Frenchies and Nunya for putting up a great little fight.
And I'm gonna
wrap it up.
I'm gonna shout out to Dumtum as well for putting the correct game on TFTV1 once again, and for controlling the absolute mess of organizing this season with a bunch of dumbcasters who don't know their schedules and a bunch of dumb players who play in the wrong weeks.
That's true. That's true. Shout out to your boy Dumb. And in terms of everyone else, make sure you keep an eye on TFTV because we've actually, despite the fact this is Thursday in week 7, we've got a whole bunch more games still to play before playoffs because the world doesn't make any sense. So keep looking at TFTV. We will have more hot video gaming action shortly. Bye.